Mate, if you ain't getting this one, then this one's for you.
Oh, when you see me scratch my head, I'm flipping baldhead. It's never ever good. Flipping on, man. What's up, guys, and welcome back to EP3. And as you can see from the title, today we're going to be talking about what happened to me whilst I was trying to film my first drive video in my EP3. Now, I've probably put it in the title that the EP3 at the moment is actually... Oh, camera, focus. Focus. I'm over here. Yeah, apologies about that. I think the camera's kind of finally fixed now. But yes, so as I was trying to film the first drive video in the EP3, unfortunately, we came across a problem. And that problem has led the car to now go and get fixed. Oh, flipping out. Thinking about it frustrates me. Talking about it frustrates me even more. But essentially what happened was, so as you can see from the previous video where I explained I got my EP3 back, I was buzzing. Obviously you see the transformation for when I bought it crash damage from the auction, and I got it back and it was all fixed up, all raring to go, all fully prepared. And yeah, so the car got serviced, everything was fine. And I was waiting for a few bits and bobs. So I was basically went out to go and buy the... Oh, I can't remember what the part is called, but I'll put it on the screen now. I went to go and buy those, which are basically for both sides on the wing mirror. And I was driving it around. The car was driving fine. Everything was good. I mean, I was out and about for about 25-30 minutes. I hadn't encountered any problems. And suddenly, what had happened is I was at a set of traffic lights, and you know when you're just chilling there and you just look to the left and you catch the eye of the person who's in the next car. Strange, awkward, yes, but that happened to me. So I just looked left because the Scorpion exhaust was doing its thing. It was quite loud at the time, and I've just looked left, and this guy's just started pointing at my bonnet and saying, "Mate, your bonnet." And I'm like, "What?" Looked at my bonnet, and I just see smokes coming out of on my bonnet. Looked at my temperature gauge, and it's slowly rising. All day across the day, we lost a bit of light here. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, all day across the day it was completely fine. Temperature was bang on right. I'd bought coolant from Honda. Everything had been done. Service has been done, and that day it was driving completely fine until that point. So what happened is I pulled into a petrol station, frustrated and everything. I pulled in. I looked obviously because the temperature gauge was going up too fast, and if you drive the car whilst it's overheating, you're just going to damage your engine more. So I pulled over at the soonest opportunity, the earliest opportunity. At the earliest opportunity, I pulled over into a petrol station, let the car cool down. I went and looked inside it, and what I noticed is that my cooling fans. So when I was fixing the car up, one of the things I had to change was one of the cooling fans or radiator fans, or I think it's one of the two. It had cracked, so I bought a new one. Now, when my guy was fitting it back, I don't know whether he had put the sensor for the cooling fan or radiator fan back. Why I'm saying that is because my cooling fan wasn't spinning. It wasn't doing anything. It just wasn't on. So my thinking was that that's probably the reason why it overheated. However, then it struck me, why was I able to drive the car all day? I did about maybe 25 to 30 minutes of driving all day in it. Why was I able to drive that car fine throughout those 30 minutes and it only started overheating? Now, would it have overheated sooner than when it started? So I basically packed it up. I called him up saying, "Look, my car's overheating. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the engine. Well, I'm praying it's not the engine. But in this scenario, I'm obviously thinking the worst possible case. Like, I'm literally got my laptop in front of me. I've been looking at how much Nighthawk Black EP3s are actually going for right now, because I'm thinking if it's something serious, I'll fix it and I'll just sell it on straight away. But I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be too rash with my thinking. So I'm just hoping and praying that it's something to do with my cooling fans that I've said. So the car's with him. If he can't fix it, I'm gonna send it to a Honda specialist in Manchester. They're gonna try and fix it for me. But if it is something simple, he should be able to do it. But I just thought I'd do this video to give you guys an update on where I stand with my EP3. I was supposed to do a first drive straight after that. I'm really excited, but unfortunately I've got into this hiccup. I went and checked on the car the other day. They were just trying to put coolant through and see if it was holding coolant. It wasn't. No, what happened was, I thought it was, at the first, I thought it was one of the coolant pipes that had just burst. Even though the cooling fan wasn't on, that didn't strike me straight away. I was like, okay, if it's overheating, it might be one of my, we've put coolant in it, but one of my cooling pipes obviously gone, burst, and then, you know, this coolant just splashing everywhere across the road. When I took the car there, the day after, I went and checked on the car, and we actually noticed that when he put coolant in it, it started spilling all over the floor. So he went and got some stronger metal clips to hold the pipes in better. And then when he did put coolant in, we ran it up to temperature, and then just started slowly going up again. But the fan had not kicked in at this point, even though he'd done the bleeding system as well. The bleeding procedure, it just wasn't sticking to temp. It was just overheating still. So it's something, I think the whole front bumper and everything has to come off and see whether those cooling fans are actually put on properly. And if they are, then I just don't know. And if you guys out there know what could possibly be the problem, please do comment. Do put some comments in about, you know, try and help me out, because honestly at this point in time I'm thinking the worst. I'm trying to ease my nerves, because at the end of the day, K20 engines I've always ramped on. Honda engines, they're not usually, you don't usually ever get problems with them. I'm surprised that I started getting over. This is the first time I've ever experienced something like this. I don't know if any of you guys out there have experienced problems with your engines. I presume you have. But if you've come across this, where your engine's for some reason overheating, please tell me what you did to try and fix it. Or if indeed, worst comes to worst, you need to buy a new engine, please let me know down in the comments, guys. But yeah, at the moment, bad news for my EP3. Hopefully I'll get it on back on the channel as soon as possible. Sorry, I had a moment there, but yeah, hopefully I'll get the EP3 back as soon as possible, and we can go for a little runabout and a little joyride in the EP3 with that loud as hell, well, it's not loud as hell, but loud Scorpion exhaust. Let's see how that's sounding. But guys, once again, thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content to come. Kind of a little update video today, just to let you guys know where that EP3 is, because I haven't really done anything. I haven't seen it for about a couple of days now, and I'm just waiting for a call to see whether it's fixed or whether I have to buy a new engine. But hopefully it's the first and not the latter. But thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more content to come. Please like, comment, subscribe if you can. Always appreciated. And I guess I'll see you on the next one, guys. I'm out. Peace.
Mate, if you're out here getting this one, then this one's for you.